Let me tell you a story real quick. This really nicely dressed woman sat next to me while I was at the LAX airport waiting for our flight, and she decided to strike up a conversation with me. She started by telling me her husband was an attorney here in LA and how successful he was. And I told her, well, I'm from the South and I'm happily married too. Well, then she started telling me about her kids, and she was like, when my first child was born, my husband built a beautiful house for me. And I said, oh, well, that's really sweet. Well, then she continued and she's like, when my second child was born, my husband surprised me with a Mercedes Benz. And I said, oh, well, that's really sweet. Well, then she continued to brag and she held up her wrist and showed me a beautiful bracelet. And she's like, after my third daughter was born, my husband bought me this beautiful diamond bracelet. And I just told her, that's really sweet. And she looks at me and she goes, well, what about you? What did your husband buy you when you had your first child? I said, well, my husband sent me to charm school. And she looks at me and she goes, oh my gosh, what on earth for? I said, well, instead of saying, who gives a shit, I say, isn't that sweet?